beautifully presented boat. Really knows how to drive this thing. He's getting better and better with it every time I see him come out, so there's no doubt about it.
You just got to get that confidence in the rotation. So yeah, Kev Roberts, his daughter Claire, sitting in alongside him. The twin turbo. This thing has got plenty of grunt. Don't you worry about that. And Kev just needs to get around here and just get through this run, qualifying round number 3. So Kevin Roberts in the Stinger boat. Of course, the man from the stock car background into that right-hander, parks it up on the dirt, carried that momentum through and goes too wide. Oh, he's thrown it all away. Bang, he's hit that one. Bang, he's hit that one. Willa, willa, bing, bang, walla, walla, bing, bang. He's hit just about everything out there. He's had more hits than Michael Jackson and Elvis Presley put together in this run alone. So, Kevin Roberts, exciting stuff. Claire Roberts, his daughter and navigator, will be sitting there. So it's knocked the wind out of the sails, and the split at a 102. They've still got plenty.
Hey Thomas, if you can hear me, look up at the control booth and give me a thumbs up.
Round 3 times.
Hey, cool. So can you actually hear anything through the IEMs?
Recorrected it, put an extra rotation.
Now, can you grab his handheld off him and talk to me, please? That would be incredibly handy.
There as well. So now in the run for home, Kevin Roberts, and a 123.829. So he will be very, very disappointed with that, but he will always have a smile on his face.
Okay, so that we are still getting a shitload of interference from that handheld there, Thomas.
There'll be, yeah, that was a very exciting run there. By Kevin Roberts. So just waiting to see who our next boat off the trailer will be. Looks like it'll be Derek Sagidis.
Oh. Okay, I can't even handle that. That's really loud through my ears.
Tell you what, Derek was bloody entertaining last time he went out, so he's come off the trailer. Very smooth run. He's been up in the top 3, top 4 all day. This boat brand new. Derek's only second drive in it, and to come here to the Coliseum, we call it a jet sprinting, the almighty ASB Bay Park Stadium, and run here in these conditions in a beast that is probably 13 to 1400 horsepower, says no man. So let's see how he goes. Nice start. Can he get round? This is the corner that got Teddy, his brother. Oh, he just cut his lunch easily.
Oh, he did. I tell you what, he had the big sandwich knife out there, didn't he? And this boat, the big Frankenstein on the bow for 360degreebolt.com. Desi Sagidis, this is qualifying round 3 for the unlimited category. How we go around the right hand. Oh, parks it up. Oh, just bangs the bank. Gee, there's a few of them doing that now, mate. And this is only qualifying 3. The pressure's starting to tell. Everybody's starting to want to get quicker and quicker and quicker. This is where mistakes happen.
Oh, he thought about going up there too. Actually, I don't know what happened, but he just had a bit of a second take on himself then, thinking, do I go, do I not? But he used all those 1400 horsepower earlier on to get himself off that bank. This is what you see. Desi Sagidis bringing it home strong, coming down the... Oh,
really? He's off on it,
he's off a bit of throttle. Coming around, still going to be a good time. There we have it, fans.
Oh!
Minute .172. I thought we were going to have a 1 minute breaker then, but we're so close. There wasn't even a chippy paper in it.
No, exactly. I'll tell you, that's a really good run from Desi. Got right off it in the latter part of the lap. A couple of mistakes in there, but well, this is where the pressure is starting already, mate, in qualifying round 3 across all classes. We've still got 2 qualifying runs to go before we get to top 9, top 6, top 3.
This is amazing. Yeah, I mean, to see these guys start to perform, we've got a bit of a limp sausage going on here again, KV2. The old NZ Mr. Blobby's just fallen over down again, so we're just going to have to quickly resurrect the problem there. Again.
I reckon we stick Mr. Blobby just over near the crane over there, over near the digger. Because Mr. Blobby's just sort of, well, he gets deflated. I don't know how he could get so deflated after such good racing. It sort of surprises me a lot.
Well, I think he gets a lot of advertising every time he deflates. So the NZ archway, as you can see it, he's working pretty hard. The jet units are pumping and giving this thing absolute grief all day. And like you say, they're a great thing to come out to, but they're certainly a lot of work. And when you get these super boats out here cranking, putting all that jet unit pressure on them, it'll just blow it to bits all day. So it'll keep tightening up. Won't be the last time we have to go out there and keep Mr. Blobby alive. But like I say, great run, Derek Sagaitis.
Yeah, to get right down to under that, close to that 60-second mark, we will get there. There is no doubt about that. Chris Kemp should not be far off being microphoned up down there, just waiting to see what's going on with that. Of course, Grant from CTAS here doing great work on the live stream. Our timing ladies up here are looking very, very excited as always and doing a fantastic job keeping us on our toes. And Enzed, of course, the main sponsor here for the Enzed Stadium Cup. Don't forget Eltherm Window Systems. They've got the kids' fun zone down there, kids. So the free water slides, the bouncing castles, and all sorts of bits and pieces down there. The Riverjet Facebook page. Get on there, give us a few comments. Let us know you could go in the running for a ride on the Riverjet, the Squeeze.
And the guy, big special thanks to ASD who provided they're ripping around there with that beautiful little what would we call it, not jet bike, but it's an amazing machine. They're getting all the refueling all our rescue crew with water and drinks as we go, so it's that bright yellow little race bike, I suppose, quad car. It's an amazing thing. They've supplied us two vehicles here today, but like I say, ASD Direct, absolute. Go down to Action Sports, check out their gear. It is sensational. I've been impressed. My cousin Matt, the mighty pumper from Mount Maunganui, we just had to say that because he's doing a great job, Matt Manel, out there. The water is flowing great. The pumps are going. He took me for a skid in this down to check the pump station the other day, and I could not get over how well these things handle.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, just unbelievable. So, I mean, if you had a farm, if you want to do a bit of fun, I'm picking these that will go anywhere.
Well, I wouldn't mind having a bit of a crack once racing's over tonight. I think a bit of a wet and slippery track could provide a little bit of entertainment. We'll might need to see if we can borrow the keys.
Well, I think the only crack is you give Mavis a ring, mate.
Yeah, right, fair enough.
Yeah. So it looks like we've got Mr. Blobby contained again. They're down there strapping them down flat out. Getting close to bringing another boat off, and I think it might be the all-girl team, which is Pip Thompson, Pip and Poppy. Could be next coming through.
Yeah, that's right. We'd also like to thank Farmer Auto Village. We like cars, but we love drivers. Multiple award-winning Farmer Auto Village agents for Audi, Chrysler, Dodge, Hyundai, Jeep, Nissan, Skoda, Subaru and Volkswagen. They offer a great range of finance and insurance options and offer parts and are renowned for servicing for all brands. Since their inception, Farmer Auto Village have been actively involved with the community sponsorship over 50 different organisations. So that is wonderful for those guys and girls down there from Farmer Auto Village. Of course, Enzed, there are very few Kiwi companies who can claim to have pioneered a completely new business concept. But when aptly named Enzed came up and the idea of taking hydraulic hose and connector repairs to their clients rather than have them come to us, the idea totally reshaped the global hydraulics industry. Today, Enzed Hose Doctor are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and their service is second to none. And I can tell you that personally as well, because I had a few issues with one of my water pressure hoses only a week or a couple of months ago. And wow, the team down there at Enzed in Melbourne, in fact, were absolutely sensational.
I don't think it matters where you go, but in New Zealand, in Australia, these guys are on their job. Okay, Pip Thompson in there, basically superboat class, great job. Caught a little bit of island around there. She's got the old Pro Charger wound up. This is a supercharged Pro Charger. Oh, she clipped the inside island as well. She's had more touch-ups than a paint shop.
She has.
She's given everything a go out here. This is great to see. She's not scared of this thing.
No, not at all. And there's been a couple of little ragged moments in this run, but she's carrying on the pace. A little bit of dirt splitting the islands between from Coventry to the far side of the track, and managed to drag up a bit of dirt through the jet unit, but it certainly hasn't slowed her down. Poppy, her mate Megan Brody, sitting inside doing the great work in the navigational seat. Link engine management on board with the 0800 My Engine crew as well to perform and produce a fantastic package. And well, Pip Thompson not only racing against all of the superboats, but also her husband Dave Simmons. So this is going to be pretty interesting. Will she be putting the wood on Dave? There's a battle within the family. Pip Thompson with a 107.622.
Very tidy run. Like I say, early on she was hitting everything, so she had more hits than what we'd say Elvis Presley there at one stage. So she was touching everything up, but certainly come home strong. So very good to come through with that 107. Pip will be happy with that, and going back to the trailer in one piece. So she's putting pressure on the old partner Dave. He's one of the next three. In fact, he may even be the next man off the next cab off the rank. He is. So
yeah, he is.
This will be good. The family run.
Let's hope that Dave doesn't have as much contact with Mother Earth as Pip Thompson just had, because, well, she's just trying to get back to her roots, I guess.
I wonder if she said, look, honey, I'll go out there and widen up the track for you a bit, and you come out here and set a cracker.
Well, that's probably not a bad idea, considering Dave's got about 200 more horsepower than he's given his partner. So competitive within the family as well. So John Berry, these guys we do call the mushroom head. Sometimes the way they go about it is like a pair of squash mushrooms. But these guys, with the loom issues that they had after Wanganui, the boat caught fire, had to put a new loom in it. Qualifying round number 1 had a electrical gremlin. Qualifying 2 looked really good. Qualifying 3 thus far probably not looking as aggressive as we would have expected.
No, nowhere near as aggressive. What I'm seeing, he seems to be lining up now, but I thought he was being very passive on the start of the course and through the middle. But it's tidy, but I wouldn't call it quick. So let's wait and see. He's coming around for the split now. We'll have a look how close it is. So I wouldn't say it's bad. 44. He's a couple of seconds down on Aaron Hanson's and whatnot that were going earlier. So he's got a bit of work to do to get down to that minute. But I think he's going to be a good 103, 104 finish. We'll see how far I am with calling that as he comes around now. Top end. Gets around there nicely. Now Marshall did it.
Oh, opens it up.
Tell you what, 102.
Yeah, 102, 714.
It was a good finish. It was a very good finish. So
but he's got so much power in that, and I just wonder what that mindset was to sort of not be anywhere near that power level that we saw as he came across the finish line throughout a lot of that lap. So it'd be interesting to have a chat to these guys and girls when we get the break up. During the break, we'll be able to have a chat to these guys and girls and sort of find out where these thought patterns are going.
Didn't look quick, but he came home with a really respectable time, and no, I'm really happy for him there. So, Baden Gray, first of the twin turbos off. Oh, actually, sorry, it wasn't the first. Kevin Roberts had his first one out. So, Baden running a 434 cubic inch twin turbo Chevy. Great driver, very hard peddler in the Group A for many seasons. Won the New Zealand Championship. Winner several occasions actually, so now stepped up to Superboat, caught a little bit of dirt out the back there then, but he seems to be gaining just, I don't know, every time he gets in the seat he just looks so much smoother.
Yeah, he does. It's not like he's pushing it. Believe me, this is really very quick, but it just looks so settled because he's driving a smooth. Mind you, we've just given him the square up around.
Oh, I could have been. Yeah.
Oh, we've done it. We've done it again.
Yeah,
we've
mate.
talked him up.
Just talked him up, and it might have just cost him a good couple of seconds there. He's not going to give up over the look of this. He's just going to keep the pedal to the metal. He'll be a bit filthy about what happened there. And again, he's moved a bit of Mother Earth just to make it a bit wider for the next time out.
Yeah, well, that's right. I'm sitting there wondering if these guys can actually listen to us, and while we're talking them up, they get a big head and then throw it all away. But yeah, geez, I tell you, the Vickers and Team Tools machine of Prosper Mortgage and Finance, of course, now he's starting to wind it up again, so he's down in the centre part of the course after the big hip and shoulder, and now carrying it on.
Tell you what, even though he caught that bit of dirt, 103.567, that's a great time, so it just goes to show he parked on that side over there for a good second and a half, so that he was on a flyer before then, so the old commentator's curse sort of come through. Didn't help him too much, but he's going back to the trailer in one piece.
Well, and that is always very, very important. So the next boat out to face the starter.
Aaron Hansen, one of our top qualifiers earlier on in the day. Oh no, sorry, it's Scotty Donald.
Yep, just,
Scotty Donald,
just sneaking out on the other side of the launch ramp there.
Both 500 cubic inch little. This one here is a Sprint Tech 500 cubic inch, and Scotty from Wairapa Farmer, hard charger, ex-sprint car racer. Another one come from the dirt. So been around sprinting for many years, had a bit of a break for a few seasons, and then come back. So certainly this guy can pedal. This is an old hull of mine, Hummer Time, one of my first original boats. So I do have a lot of fond memories of this boat.
Jeez, I tell you, mate, you've you've owned most of the fleet out here. Scotty Donald, Nicole Reesby, very, very aggressive. Scotty Donald really got the race face on at the moment. This 510 cubic inch engine power plant is certainly working very, very well at the moment. We suggested that the smaller style engines would suit this rotation very well indeed. The way that Scott's come out very aggressively in this early part of the lap would certainly indicate that knifed it around the right hander there. That'll cost him vital tenths of a second. Now getting on with it though, and now into this unsettling water. Didn't worry too much about it. Almost like he put the brakes on. Coming around the bottom of the track, Scott Donald with a speed of a 42.296.
He's on it. He's going to be chasing it hard. These little 500s are getting really good. He is trying to break that minute, guys. Get him behind him. Scotty, can he bring home strong here? He's going to be touch and go down the back. If he keeps the hammer on, he might just get there by the skin of his teeth.
Will he go sub-minute? No.
Right on the brink.
60.560, sorry. Geez, we just haven't quite cracked it. It's only just that little bee's hair away.
There's nothing in it. It's that top corner that seems to be catching a few, and they can see them just coming off the gas pedal slightly, but that's still a great run. He'll be happy with that. It's the best run of him for the day, and he's coming forward. So it is going to happen, fans. We will break that minute, and I'd say it's coming in this qualifying session. This man coming off a trailer right now, Aaron Hansen, Rusty 1, world current number 3 in his superboat. Local Tauranga lad, get in behind him. The big purple tear is about to unleash.
Yeah, the colour scheme on this boat is always just stand out. And of course, Aaron's best time so far was a 60.162, so he's around about. Is he going to be the man that he's going to break the minute? And I'll tell you, he's racing some incredible lines. Some of those lines are incredibly brave. Finding a little bit of traction, finding a little, wrong way. And yeah, no, he's just thrown that away.
He was looking good, mate. He looked like he was going to come home. He just had to go out straight ahead out the back, but he's going to leave it all a little too late now.
He's worked it out. He's got the track rotation correct again now. But yeah, that is a very disappointing run because it was looking fantastic. So, wide, bang. He's gone out wide, then came in too tight, hit mouth fresh, hit the outside of mouth fresh, hit the inside of the channel at the mouth fresh sweeper, and that's really rattled the cage. And
mate, he was swearing like he'd had too many drinks there at one stage. He's got him back on track, but he'd be pretty disappointed going back to the trailer. He's had a couple of monumental moments out there today, and he'd be lucky to get it back there and happy to get it back in one piece at this stage.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he was nearly flown out by the fickle finger of fate. So, well, the time is a shocker at 1:15.731, but the fact that he has somehow managed to get that back on the trailer after the wrong way, then gives it a bit of a biff up the top end of the course there. So, well, he'll be frustrated. There's no doubt about that.
He will be. Like I say, early on in the day, his first 2 runs, he looked like one of the guys to beat, and I thought he might have been the first man to break the minute with his package. But Nick Berryman, who's about to come off the trailer, Riverjet from Rotorua.
Yeah, that's right. And when we're talking about the squeeze, it is NZ, the letters N, the letter Z, Riverjet, as we had a few people on our Facebook live feed here. But it is Nick Berryman, Tanya Ironmonger, and the 410 cubic inch Whipple supercharger. And Nick Berryman came off the trailer in qualifying round number 1 with a full head of steam.
He's not scared of this thing, Kobe. He just seems to get into his work early and really attack the track, which is Nick has been something he's showed us all year, which is surprising this year. He seems so aggressive, so happy to chase that he's been leading the way all day.
Yeah, it's fantastic to see. And interestingly, he had a great season last year. Could have taken a podium on the overall championship. Couldn't make the final round. That blew those chances. And he's just riding on at the moment. The straight split really good. That's the quickest split of the day.
That is the best split. Can he bring it home strong? This could be our moment. Rotorua, he's not far from Tauranga, so you still need to get behind him, you guys. The Riverjet racer. Brings it around, just gets away with it. Here we go.
Oh, yes, sub 60. 58.958. ladies and gentlemen.
Let him know, people, he's done a great drive there, and I think it's a beautiful, beautiful effort. He's really chucked it down. He's gone nearly a second under what we were looking for, so that's a great effort, Nick. He'll be loving looking at that big screen as he comes past.
Oh, as he goes back around for another lap at it, and just to go, have a look at us. There we are at the top of the leaderboard.
Did I read that correctly? I think he's thinking. So, no, he's going to be like a dog with two diddles heading back to the pit, so good on him.
Yeah, absolutely. That is a great run. That is quick time, obviously, ladies and gentlemen of the day. The next boat to face the starter was a boat that we gave the commentators curse on earlier in the day, the Bars Bugs machine. Blake Bryant at the helm. Kate Hoogerbrug is doing the navigational duties. This boat 2 years ago, spectacular. Go to 52 Jetsprint page and have a look at the crash on that. And that is just absolutely phenomenal, the crash 2 years ago. So it's the first time Blake Bryant and Kate Hoogerbrug are back. They rubbed it up, parked it up on the dirt during qualifying 1. Qualifying 2, they did the same thing. Give it a big hip and shoulder. They've been knocking the dints out of the boat. They bent the fins. They've had to replace the fins. So will they be able to get their head into the game now? Or is this going to start create those demons? Will the demons take control?
Well, mate, I'd like to think it's third time lucky for Blake, because it's so unusual for us to see Blake and Kate not up the top of that board, and having the first 2 runs out, and just really it's all been turning to custard on them most of the day. So I really hope for them, I really feel for them, and I think it's third time lucky, and we need to get behind Bars Bugs, because these guys can really pedal. They're real entertainers. We need them. We want to will them and get behind them to get through here and have a good run.
Yeah, that's right. And so when you got the boat half off the trailer and doing a lot of work in between rounds, it sort of upsets that whole preparation as well. So, hey, ladies and gentlemen out there in Bay Parkland, are you having a bit of fun?
I don't think they can hear us, KB. We would try again, mate.
Hey, are you having fun? Make some noise if you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. Come on, kids, give us a yell. All right.
Now we're cooking.
That's much better.
They're alive out there.
Geez, I tell you, you know, if this jet sprinting, if it doesn't make you excited, seriously, you might find yourself going to the doctor to check your pulse. All right, so
we've got fire in the belly of Bars Bugs, so we're not far away. The good news is the motor's running, jet unit's going, and I see Lou is very close to releasing them from the trailer, so...
Yep, very close indeed. Also, Teddy Seguidis down there. Can see Peter Cowie in the Enzed machine coming down onto the ramp as well.
Mr. Blobby's just done a little fade on us, but I think we're going to do a quick adjustment here with Mr. Blobby again. He's just trying, he loves coming in on the show. Enzed, the hose doctor. You can get bent hoses, you can fix your hoses, you can do them all. Mr. Blobby's trying to show that to you also. It's a great machine.
Geez, I tell you what... Yep, the Enzed, well, all they do is just keep tidying it up and stuff like that. They're doing a fantastic job. Of course, Andrew Clooney down there doing some great work, as are all our rescue crew. We are not long away from taking a break and having a bit of a parade lap so that we can look at Lloyd Ferguson up there. G'day, mate. There you go from Oxbow. The boys, hey, listen, if you're ever down in Oxbow, down on the South Island there, ladies and gentlemen, wonderful, wonderful fun. They got the Cowper 4-seater, 4-wheel drive, the rear steering, all that sort of stuff. You got the helicopter thing, you got the Clutha riverboat, all sorts of stuff. As we go, Bars Bugs Racing, Blake Bryant, what is he going to do this time?
Oh, he got out any good this time. That's better. He just needs to get one on the board.
Right, so we're waiting with bated breath now, because as we said, we're not used to seeing Blake Bryant in qualifying 3 not having posted a time.
The boat looking a lot more settled this time, KB. He's not giving it the full wally. Oh, nice out of there.
Oh, he nailed it. That's where he got it last time as well. But this time he got away with it.
Oh, just gone the wrong way. He's gone the wrong way. Come back. He was meant to shoot up Fowler. I had a feeling he'd gone wrong, so Kate's going to bring him back now and try and get him back on track. He's just got to get this on the board. Oh, he's done it again.
No.
He needed to go up that inside aisle.
Right, go around, have another shot, Blake. Well, I suppose Bars Bugs haven't had too much airtime so far.
Dead right.
This is great for the sponsors. Just keep doing laps until we run out of methanol.
She's got him. He's back on track. The girl's arms are down. We're right. Righto, Blakey. Kate's done well. Got you going. He needs to get the monkey off his back.
I'll tell you what, the monkey, it's a gorilla, has been hanging on real tight.
Yeah, I think it's got him rattled. You can see he's now lost his way, but he's still on track. The good news, he's just going to look Enzed and then do the big leap around the outside, and he's on the board with Miss Ford.
And as you can see, the clocks on the big screen have reset purely and simply because he's done that many laps.
Yeah.
The clock's confused.
He's probably just eased off the gas too because he's thinking I might run out shortly. So
and he ran wide in hay bales as well. So 1:36, at least he posted a time. So through attrition, he may well make the finals, but he's going to have to certainly up the ante and pick up a lot from where he's been. Putting
a hell of a lot of pressure on the team and himself. And but like I say, that has helped. He has got one on the board. He needs really for someone else to have a bit of a tough day at the office, so it all comes down to numbers at the end of the day. After we come after the dinner break and basically our parade, we will be into the eliminations, so there's not much time left.
Yeah, we've just got to feed our safety crew, ladies and gentlemen, because they've been out there now for over 5 hours, and we need to look after them because without them we can't go racing. So occasionally we do feed them, we do water them, which is always a good deal. As we go, Ted Sagita, 680 cubic inch of big block fury. Oh, he's put it on the dirt. That slowed him right down. Was lucky to got off that. Last time he got up there, he got himself high and dry. Not so that time. Not having a lot of luck. The bloke running the second overall in the New Zealand Championship at the moment, probably not having the best day, but really wide through there. Where's he going to go in here? Did he rub it up? Well, just slightly. Wouldn't have even felt that one. The adrenaline coursing through his body into the washing machine just because he's so on and off this accelerator. It really is creating the washing machine that we were seeing in early qualifying rounds.
Still a tidy run from Teddy. He's going to come across that split and pull 42.76, so it's not a bad time, even though he's caught a bit of land and you can hear him on and off. I don't think there's going to be too much in it. It'll be a 101, maybe a 102, but it's still respectable with having a couple of runs.
Yeah, absolutely, and very surprising that given the way it sort of looked a little bit ragged, and that's not a bad time at the end of it. A 60 seconds, .666,
and that's
for the 666 boat.
There you go. Teddy tight top with a 666, 1 minute .666. So well done, Ted. He finished the time clock there. That was a great second half of the course.
Yeah, absolutely. Geez, I thought he'd thrown it all away on that first sharp, tight left-hander there, but parked it up there for the split second. He did it earlier in the day, parked it up there permanently for that rotation and got away with it. So
his brother Derek went out earlier in the same boat and he did a 1 minute .172, and of course Derek didn't touch anything, looked super smooth, but Teddy, it just goes to show two different drivers what you got, and he just came home so strong. So there's obviously plenty left in that 666 boat.
You have a look from Nick Berryman with a 58.9, then into PT looking at Derek with a 60 seconds .17, then Scott Donald with a 60.56, and then Teddy with a .66. So there's not much in the top four. Then we've got a sort of about a second and a half gap to Dave Simons, Baden Gray, then a bit more time out to Pip Thompson, Aaron Hansen, who had an absolute nightmare of a run, Kevin Roberts, who got it all the wrong way, and Blake and Kate Hooger Bryant.
This should be a spectacular run. Next one off, Mouthfresh, Sir Rob III, Rob Mad Dog Coley in his new twin turbo. He was actually bringing the big block out. He's got two boats here. He was bringing the big block out for this one, but his starter motor crapped out on the line. So he's back in the twin turbo. Here he goes. Posted a very tidy time earlier. He'll be chasing the same minute too. Doesn't seem to be afraid. First meeting in this twin turbo. His wife Ange sitting along beside him, making it look easy so far. Really tidy through here. Lovely. Winds up the big Nissan. You can hardly hear this engine, but it's 1400 horsepower as she whips up the back straight, making it look nice and simple, Rob, so far. Like you say, this is only his second ever crack in this boat, so he's making this lovely through there, Covey. Rotation looking good. He's on a good run. No sign of anything wrong from the girls behind us with the rotation. Comes up the top end of the track.
And how quiet is this boat? It's just amazingly quiet compared to some of the other boats that we hear. And Rob is doing such a good job. Mouth fresh, the best tasting toothpaste in the world.
We've just seen the best split.
Cracker.
41.131. So if he continues with this time, he shall bring it home. And I would say he's going to be hunting Nick Berryman's time. A little bit of a double take on the top corner. Comes across the line. 58.53. Rob Coley, Sir Rob the third to the top of the pile. Very, very happy. He's just beaten Nick Berryman
by 0.42 of a second.
Oh, I tell you, he won't be able to get out of the seat.
No, he'll be slightly excited.
Yeah.
There is no doubt about that. Well, that's really starting to put the pressure now on Peter Cowie.
Peter's been struggling a bit today. He hasn't put in a super quick time. He's got two guys going lifted there, but Rob has just gone and eased it in. Nice and simple. I think that big block starter motor not working has done him a favour. He's just gone and ripped out the best time of the day. We've only got a couple of boats to go, people, ladies and gentlemen, and that is Peter Cowie, the NZ Stadium Cup racer, and NZ Cup boat. Well, Mr. Blobby's trying to ruin the show for him again, but I think we'll get Pete under it before he gets started.
Yeah, that's right. And look, Peter Cowie, it's going to be great advertising if Mr. Blobby wrapped himself around the NZ machine, but that is not going to be the case. Peter Cowie, Sharma, Putranui, launching off the line, Sprint Tech. Well, Peter Cowie, wrong way of doing it. Peter Cowie, uncharacteristic. Peter Cowie has parked it up on the dirt, ladies and gentlemen. That is incredibly unlike Peter Cowie, but so we've got to use all the sound effects while we can.
Oh, look, it's not very often you see this, but Peter has just really had the... We talked about Blake Bryant having a tough day at the office, but Peter's certainly joining him at this stage, and there's not much left in it.
Yeah, Peter Cowie, DNF at first qualifying round, 60.8 and 96 in the second qualifying round, but didn't look comfortable, didn't look confident. Third qualifying round, parks it up on the dirt. So,
another DNF.
Yeah, another DNF. So we'll just take a short break. Quick g'day to Phil Dixon and the Crusties having a look over there on from Lake Eildon. Of course, well, they're all saying g'day, go the Sagitas boys, who aren't going too bad at all. We are going to have a breaking transmission as we go back racing in just a little while.
We'll be going back with Group B. That was the last superboat, so we will be back in action very shortly.
Hello. Hey, I'm on air.
You down there, Chris?
I am, mate. I'm finally sorted here. So I know you were going to a break, but I was going to try and get a quick g'day from Rob Coley. So how was that for a drive?
Oh, Rob Coley, that was absolutely sensational in the mouth fresh beast. So